much better siya sa joints mo. Dahil nga tito na tayo, 30s. Diba? Medyo alam mo na kailangan medyo tumutunog-tunog na yung mga buto-buto natin. So, dapat alam mo kung ano yung how to spread out yung exercises mo, yung activities mo. And hindi yung isang big bagsakan lang. Welcome back to the Brewing a Better You podcast. This is Rioel, and this podcast is a chill space where I share lessons from my own journey and stories from others navigating life, work, relationships, self-worth, and everything in between. Because at the end of the day, you don't need to have it all figured it out. So, this is our 13th episode, and our topic for today is paano nga bang natin maisisingit ang fitness journey natin despite the busyness and the fast-paced world that we have today? Kasi one of the values of being a life engineer is that yung E stands for taking care of your energy. So, bakit? Ba't nga ba ito naging topic? So, question ko sa inyo is, kailan ka ba huling gumalaw na pinagpawisan ka, na nag-exercise ka, na kinabahan or tumaas yung heart rate mo nang hindi dahil sa work or hindi dahil sa kabado ka? So, we're not talking about dapat nag-gym ka ba or nagmamarathon ka or nagka-crossfit ka, Spartan ka. Just simple walking for 30 minutes would do. So, kailan ka huling nagganito? No, we're not talking about dahil nagko-commute ka, nakipag-box outan ka sa MRT, nakipag-box outan ka sa bus. Yung intentional ka, naglalakad ka lang talaga. Bakit? So, why is it important? So, life stands for me, liberty to do whatever I want. What makes me whatever liberty to do the things that makes me feel alive while also improving myself and others, while also doing the things that I love with my friends and the family, and also all of this while taking care of my energy or my health. So, bakit? Liberty comes when your body allows you to do what you love with the people that you love. Kasi aanhin mo yung mga bagay na ipundar mo, na pinag-ipunan mo, pinaghirapan mo, pinagpaguran mo for your future if hindi ka na makagalaw, if hindi mo naman siya ma-enjoy. So, para saan pa yung pinaghirapan mo? Diba? Hindi ba mas masaya if may enjoy mo yung mga bagay pinagpaguran mo kasama yung mga mahal mo sa buhay? So, anong sense if hindi mo to ma-enjoy? So, sayang lang. So, ngayon, sige, so let's say that you're convinced na, nga, naisip mo na dati pa, i-include sa weekly or daily routine mo yung pag-exercise. Pero paano nga? Kasi ang dami-dami nang nasa plato ko, ang dami nang nasa calendar ko. So, I have one word for us, 30-something, that's full of responsibilities in life. So, how would I make it work? Mai-insert ko ito sa itong workout na to or activity nito sa life ko. And that word is sustainability. I believe that our fitness journey at this time of our age is not just about ano yung uso or ano ba yung maganda, but it's more on ano ba yung sustainable sa'yo. So, ito yung mga factors to consider. So, number one is yung work schedule mo. So, dapat, if you're working from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., factoring in your traveling time, so that's, ang nag-work na lang sa'yo, possibly, is from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Or, if makakauwi ka na around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., ano yung mga possible activities na pwede during those time period, during those slot? Naisip mo ba na pwede ka ba mag-tennis ng 4 a.m.? I'm not sure if pwede ka rin ba mag-badminton ng ganong oras. Basketball, I know there are courts na pwede kasi pwede na mag-open ng ilaw, mag-on ng ilaw. Pero yung nga, tennis, pickleball. I'm not sure if possible ba yung ganong oras. Pero sa gabi, pwede rin naman, di ba? So, ang next question kasi dyan, yung priorities mo naman sa bahay, baka mamaya pag uwi mo nun galing work, family time na. So, how can you make it work nga? So, find those activities that would fit doon sa possible work schedule mo. Diba? And that's, we're just talking about the normal hours, working hours. Paano naman kung ibang, graveyard shift ka or swing shift ka? So, check mo, ano ba yung mga possible din doon? So, next, number 2 is to consider the possible communities that you can join with. So, number 1 dito is, for example, ako am part of a running community. And nakakatuwa kasi they're updating, they keep on motivating you to do to run with them. And ito yung mga kasama mong ipupush ka or to remind you na, uy, takbo ka ulit to do that hobby, that fitness activities that you want. So, maybe cycling community, meron ka rin ito. And also, pickleball. Alam ko, nauso rin yung mga pickleball communities ngayon. But, ang isang problem naman, when you're with a community or nagiging dependent ka naman sa communities na yan, is paano kung hindi sila matuloy doon sa schedule na pag-usapan ninyo, pero ikaw pwede ka. But, there are days din as well na pwede sila, pero ikaw naman hindi ka pwede. So, naging dependent ka tuloy ngayon sa mga taong yun. So, dapat marunong ka rin na to do that activity ng solo ka. So, medyo labo yun if yung laro nga is pickleball, tennis, table tennis. Basketball, pwede. If you can find a court na pwede kang maglaro, mag-shooting ka mag-isa. Pero syempre, iba pa rin yung kapag meron kang kalaro, meron kang kabalduhan ng basketball, di ba? So, find an activity or another exercise that could fit a mix, yung sa work schedule mo yung different fitness activities na hindi lang solely isang activity lang yung gagawin mo, na hindi ka dependent din naman sa ibang tao. Kumbaga, having a community is just a plus based on my experience na, uy, okay to, may magpupush sa akin para gawin ito ang gusto kong gawin. Then, number 3 is to be dapat financially sustainable itong activity mong ito. Kasi sample, di ba? Tayo nga, we're paying for a fun run. Di ba? Pagod ka na nga, ikaw na nagbayad. Di ba? So, we're not pro athletes na para bayaran tayo to do those exercises, to do those activities. So, dapat sustainable ito kasi marami mong gustong bilhin din to make that activity worthwhile, to be enjoyable. So, number 1, for example, ito nauso, di ba? Lagree and Pilates na nasa around 1K to 2K ata ito per session. Sustainable ba siya? For me, no. If gagawin ko siyang weekly kasi medyo mahal siya. 1 to 2K per week per session is a 1 month worth of gym membership na. And medyo mahal yung gym membership na yun. Medyo solid na yun. So, for me, medyo mahal siya. Then next is dance classes. So, sa dance classes naman, based on my research, nasa around 400 to 600 pesos ito per session. Pero sustainable ba siya on your work schedule? Sustainable ba siya twice a week for you to invest on that kind of amount? Then, next is yung golf. Isa pa to sobrang mahal. Sobrang mahal to start with. Kasi syempre, kailangan mo ng different gears, itong mga pamalo, may 1 to 10 pa yan, plus may put, di ko alam kung ano pa yan. But, when I tried it in a driving range, alam ko nasa 500 yata ito for 1 hour, unlimited na balls. Diba? So, parang, sustainable din ba siya for someone that's earning or have this kind of responsibility sa bahay as a breadwinner? For me, di ko alam if okay ba siya. Pero okay siya in the sense na hindi siya high impact. So, pwede siya sa mga titos or titas na maglalakad ka sa driving, ano 'to? Sa field ba tawag do'n? O basta 'yun yung playing field ng golf, 'di ba? So, and breathe of fresh air, 'di ba? Then next, gym. 1K to 22K worth of membership fee is, I think, sustainable for me. Kasi, well, I've been doing it for almost 2 years and kaya naman siya. So, and also there are people then as well na nabibuong community doon. Basketball naman, 200 pesos per head. Depende ngayon sa court. Kung yung court mo ay mamahalin, so baka tumaas pa siya to 400 to 500 pesos. Pero ang ito, mas masakit siya kapag konti lang yung naglaro. Kasi ang baba ng divisor, maliit yung divisor, meaning yung full court na binayaran mo, divide by ilan lang kayo. I mean, pagod ka na nga kasi kailangan mong sulitin yung court na nirentahan ninyo. Tapos konti pa yung, ay, mahal pa yung babayaran mo dahil nga sa court. Pero ito, yan, cycling, wala siyang fee. Pero mahal siya upfront dahil nga kailangan mo syempre ng magandang bike or sige, sabihin natin hindi kailangan magandang bike but you have to have also a bike. So around 10K to 15K ata is already a good starting amount. Pero I know people that have around 200 or 300,000 pesos worth of bicycle plus kailangan mo ng shades, kailangan mo ng helmet. Dapat syempre that boy ka. Pag sumemplang ka, dapat kaya kang buhayan ng helmet. And syempre dapat maayos din yung shorts mo. So dami mo kailangan consider. Kaya for me, ang pinaka-sustainable talaga is running. It's just that running nowadays is sobrang hinahype na kailangan meron kang daily trainers, meron kang pang fast training, tawag doon? May interval training, meron kang pang race day na shoe. Ang dami-daming ano, unlike compared before noong 2009 when I started running, isang shoes lang all the way. Kapag napudpod, saka na magpapalit. Pero kasi ngayon, sobrang ano, dami-daming technology na kailangan palit-palitan siya. Ayan. And so, number one, ulit, no, one is work schedule mo. Number two is yung people or community that you have. Number three is dapat financially sustainable. And also, number four, most importantly, dapat nag-e-enjoy ka sa activity na ito. Bakit? Kasi ang main purpose of why you're doing this is for you to distress, for you to get out those happy hormones. Tapos hindi ka pala masaya. So, nagpapanggap ka. Kasi ito lang yung uso. So, for me, it's not sustainable. At some point, mauubos ka. And then, sayang lang din yung umpisahan mo. Sayang yung mga gears na binili mo lalo if hindi mo naman siya maitutuloy. Diba? So, let me share to you how I started my fitness journey. And it all started during the pandemic where I started, YouTube lang. Kasi I believe that I can't commit that much if I started a gym membership. Kasi alam ko yung habits ko will not sustain the amount and baka mawala lang din, sayang lang yung fee ko, membership fee ko. So sa YouTube, there are so many free contents that you could maximize. Meron mo yan mga bodyweight exercises lang, 10 minutes to 15 minutes lang. I started sa ganung mga oras lang kasi gusto ko lang ma-build up yung habit. Hanggang mag 30 minutes, kumukuha na rin ako or nagta-twice ako ng isang video. Ngayon, nung na-build up ko na yung habit, dun ko na nakuha na, why not upgrade ko na siya to go into a gym? So that's why I love going to the gym. And basically, kung gusto ko magpunta sa gym, I'll just prepare my things and then go. Hindi ko kailangan magdepende sa ibang tao na, gym tayo, gym tayo. Wala akong kailangan yun doon. Kumbaga, sarili ko lang yung kailangan kong dalhin. And yung mga tao na kausap ko rin naman doon, well, hindi ganun kadami kausap ko kasi nga I really love going to the gym during the morning. And hindi ko kailangan makisalamuha or makisama sa madaming tao or maghintay lalo ng equipment. Pero yung mga nakakausap ko doon, as in, fist bump lang, morning, okay na siya. So, ang kinaganda pa rin ito, yung mga ka-fist bumpan ko doon, maniningil din sila, uy, ba't ka wala kahapon? Ano nangyari? So, may attendance check pa din even if ilan lang yung kausap ko doon, pero quality yung mga kausap doon. Then also, I also love running kasi basically running is just going outside with your running shoes. 3K to 5K, pwede na siya. Pero if I want na longer distance, I could go to UP anytime. Kahit gabi, madaling araw, or wag naman hapon. Pwede man, later afternoon, para hindi ka na kailangan, para hindi ka man ma-sunburn. So basically, I could go to UP anytime and then run. And if magkaroon man ng if magkayayaan man nitong mga kaibigan ko na tumakbo and hindi sila matuloy, well, mas madalas hindi ako yung natutuloy kasi ako hindi nagigising ng madaling araw. Nalalaman ko na lang, 6:00 na, maliwanag na, okay, di na naman tayo nagising ng, na maayos, ng maaga. So, kaya mo siyang gawin, you can run on your own, even if wala yung mga kasama mo. So basically, you're not dependent also to everyone else. But I also do basketball once a month with the people and with the co-leaders or with my friends from college or from friends from high school. I play with them once in a while para naman maiba naman yung magalaw naman yung ibang muscle mo na, uy, okay to ah. So, hindi natatamaan ng gym or hindi natatamaan ng running. So, to wrap it up, dapat talaga when you start your fitness journey, hindi mo malaman agad kung ano yung mag-work para sa'yo. So, dapat sooner or later makita mo, sustainable ba tong activity na ini-investan ko ngayon? So, dapat pasok ito sa lifestyle mo, sa finances mo, and also yung work schedule mo. Dapat alam mo talaga sustainable siya. And syempre, pinaka-important, dapat nag-enjoy ka dito. I know people who hike once or twice a month, and hindi kailangan ganun kamahal. But the problem with hiking is na once or twice a month, I can't consider it na sustainable na every week kasi syempre, it will take around a whole day already to hike and to go down the mountains or kung ano man yung puntahan ninyo. Kasi one-time burst of pagpapapawis lang siya. Hindi siya, alam mo yun, mas okay nang mag 3K, 3K ka every other day kesa mag 21K ka ng isang araw lang. Para spread out yung pawis mo, spread out yung pagod mo. And much better siya sa joints mo. Dahil nga tito na tayo, 30s. Diba? Medyo alam mo na, kailangan medyo tumutunog-tunog na yung mga buto-buto natin. So, dapat alam mo kung ano yung how to spread out yung exercises mo, yung activities mo. And hindi yung isang big bagsakan lang. And also, last is dapat alam mo din how to reward yourself as you progress along your fitness journey. Hindi yung puro pahirap lang. Dapat alam mo rin how to, reward. Deserve ko tong shoes, deserve ko tong food, deserve ko tong ganyan-ganyan, etc., etc., na hindi ka nagigilty dapat. But if kaya mo siyang gawin ng hindi ka nagigilty, then that's nice. But that's the purpose why I really love AIA Vitality kasi it rewards me when I hit my weekly fitness goals. So, nirewardan ako ng 100 pesos GCash every week na may hit ko yung fitness goals ko. Plus, there are also membership benefits that gives me discounts and vouchers. Like, for example, I enjoyed 350 pesos worth of Ayala Mall Cinema every week. So, 700 pesos siya. I also can enjoy 35% off sa flight ng Nepal, 35% off kay Seda Hotels, 25% off naman kay Toby Sports. So, I could buy some gears. And there are so many other benefits pa na pwedeng ma-enjoy ng isang AIA Vitality member on top of their AIA Philippine or formerly PhilAm Life na insurance plans. Kaya my clients and I enjoy our insurance plan nang hindi pa nawawalan, hindi pa nagagamit yung insurance claims. But if something happens, alam namin that we're covered from life's uncertainties. So, ito yung challenge ko sa inyo ngayon. Why not try one small activity this week? Run, walk, stretch, meditate, and see how it feels. Then tag me. It's at Your Life Engineer. Tag nyo ako sa stories. And then let me know ano yung na-feel ninyo and ano yung mga gusto nyo pang improve on yourself once you started this fitness journey, or ano yung dahilan ninyo bakit nyo gustong magpaka-healthy, bakit nyo gustong mag-start ito fitness journey. So start your fitness journey one step at a time.